are going to be videos where I comment and show you guys clips of me painting a piece. And this will just be me, you know, giving you glimpses into my process and my thought process when I'm painting. So I just wanted to incorporate more videos and different content on my channel so that you guys can, you know, get more advice and just get more tips from me. I'll still be doing sketchbook videos and time lapses and speed painting. And if you want to see me paint something, just comment underneath the sketchbook video and I'll paint it. In this video, I'll be talking about make your move painting right here. I don't know where I'm gonna put it, but maybe right here. And this painting is going to be a part of a series of paintings. And the first painting in the series is I'ma Be So Cold. And the second one is The End of Us. So those two paintings you've already seen on this channel. The first one was the time-lapse video, and I'll link it somewhere up here in a card so you guys can go watch that video. The second one, The End of Us, was inspired by Jhené Aiko and Big Sean's mixtape or album called 2088. And I just, you know, I get really inspired by music, and for this series I wanted to really, you know, have pieces surrounded by love songs. I'ma Be So Cold is a lyric from one of Jhené Aiko's songs. And Make Your Move is a song by Tiana Taylor and Wale. So, and all these things are about love and relationships. Well, I'ma Be So Cold, though, is going to be the title of this series. I'ma Be So Cold is basically like I'm gonna be closed off to love. You know what I'm saying? Whoever approaches me, you know, they won't get the real me, or they won't get all of me, because, you know, my heart is frozen. And in the painting that I did, I wanted to have the heart kind of slightly exposed, but also kind of covered with leaves. And I painted the woman in a very cool tone so that, you know, she looked as if she was kind of, you know, like she was dead, kind of. But her eyes are like slightly open in the painting, even though you can't see. She's closed up to love, but, you know, there's hope. And the background is very colorful and vibrant and full of life. So that means she's closed off, but she won't be forever. But with Make Your Move, this piece, somewhere here, I'll just comment a little bit on, you know, my process. So last week, I painted this in oil, and I used a palette knife for the background and the hair and the shirt. What I really wanted to focus on was keeping those cool tones, like those blues and those purples, so that it would correlate nicely with I'ma Be So Cold and a couple of the scenes in The End of Us. I loved the image of the man because of the way that half of his face was in shadow and the other part was very highlighted. So it's kind of like he was hiding and his eyes were kind of slitted, but he was looking at you still. So the contrast was a big part that I wanted to stand out in the piece. I made sure that I used a lot of cool tones. You know, I mixed burnt umber with ultramarine blue so that I can really get that nice, cool, deep brown, or that, you know, black that I needed. The background I used the palette knife on, and I just layered and kind of scraped pieces off and just kept layering and layering until I got what I wanted, which was an icy look, kind of like frozen and cracked. So, and also at a point in the piece, I felt like I really wasn't seeing the colors right, so I decided to just go in and darken his hair and make certain parts completely black so that I can go into the face, you know, having all the tones right, all the values right. So on Tuesday, May 17th, I made his top lip bigger because I felt like that was a big part of the piece, the way that his mouth was, you know, situated. And extend his mustache a little bit, just to get the proportions right. I deepened his eyes, the shadows around his eyes. And I made his nose lighter, I glazed his face red, I made his hairline a little straighter, and I added the highlights last. Then I glazed his shirt, pretty much white and blue, and I added the highlights to his earrings. So that's pretty much it. It was pretty fast painting. It was pretty fast, yeah. It took about, I want to say maybe 3 weeks, 3 weeks max to finish this painting, and I really enjoyed painting it, but I was kind of over it at a certain point. I really wanted to move on to this painting. I'll put like a little picture right here. This I'm painting now at this moment is going to be called Keep Your Eyes Open, and I think I'm gonna keep the title. For this series, I've been coming up with a lot of titles, but I've been hard sticking to one and like matching one to a specific piece. For this painting, I decided to go in, instead of sketching it out with graphite or pencil, I decided to go in straight with ultramarine blue and some turpenoid and a brush, and I just sketched it out. I think this helps. Underpaintings are really, really good for you because they're loose. They don't need to be super detailed. If you want, they can totally be. This process is a little different because I'm not glazing as much. I'm really just placing the color down where I need it. I think I'm gonna leave certain spots completely blue. Thank you guys for watching this video, and if you're new to my channel, subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, check out my other videos. I have some cards up here or here, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.
I can make a love that's just so fluid. You say